That we're here for is to help you get your business out and create this massive following on Facebook. One thing I've noticed from handyman businesses I've been coaching over the last several months is they've got a Facebook page, but they have 5 followers. So it's their mom, their dad, their 2 siblings, and then their cousin or grandma. And they're not necessarily going to pay them for their services because, well, they get them for free. So Chip and I created the 7 in 7 day challenge. He's got a handyman business, and I've got several handyman businesses throughout the state of Texas. So let's get started. We're going to talk about how to build a massive following on Facebook in less than 7 days without spending tons of cash. Now, this is my husband and I and our 3 beautiful children, Nat, Bruce, and Ab. And they are the reason that we started our own business. They are the reason that we know how to market on Facebook and built this massive following because we wanted to feed all 3 of them. And we've been in business now for over 8 years. But in December of 2019, I was sitting there in my business. We used to franchise our business, and I was bankrupt, out of money. And I had this amazing business that was struggling. I had to decide in December of 2019 whether to stay in business and make it epic or to close the doors and get a job. Well, I had 3 kids. They were all in high school at the time. I definitely couldn't get a job because they were very demanding at the time, sophomores and juniors. So I decided to dig my heels in and learn how to market because number 1, I couldn't afford it. And number 2, I knew I had something that was amazing. So that's where we came up with the 7 in 7 days to grow our handyman business super fast. I built $1 million handyman business. I sold it, I reacquired it, and then they tanked it from a 7-figure business to less than a 6-figure business. So I had to do a bunch of cleanup. What I've learned is take imperfect action. Any action will help you to get to where you want to be. And if it doesn't work, you stop and you try something else. But I'm going to teach you in 7 days how to grow a massive following on Facebook and get 7 new customers. The average lead online is from $15 to $600 with my research from Home Advisor to Angie's List and Thumbtack. It is really important, though, for you to take the action and you to do it now. So you can meet Sammy and Kimberly. Sammy's an introvert, and he learned to do this. And Kimberly this is her second act in life, and she learned to grow her business through social media. Now, you spend all this money with Home Advisor, Angie's List, Thumbtack, and they send you all these leads, which are great. So you think people are interested in your business. No, they're interested in that service. And they also send that customer out to all of your competitors that are paying for the leads also. We want to teach you to get leads on your Facebook business page that only come to you. They don't even go to anybody else. Who is this for? This is for handyman businesses struggling to get leads or handyman businesses that are paying too much for leads. The goal is to build a massive Facebook following in 7 days and get 7 new customers. It is the 7 in 7 challenge. You're going to build that massive following on Facebook so that those customers only come to you. My goal from this web class is for you to realize that where everybody's sitting right now is on Facebook. You can grow your handyman business through Facebook. We did a webinar this week or a podcast this week that Chip and I were like, well, if you could only use one form of marketing, what form of marketing would you use? I chose Facebook. He chose a website. This is the only way to keep from throwing money out the window for marketing that just doesn't work And you can build it and keep those leads that are coming through your Facebook page. I built the fastest growing handyman business franchise in the world by using Facebook. Why are we qualified? My husband and I have been in the handyman business for over 20 years. We've had handyman businesses for some extra cash our entire adult lives. A handyman business put my husband through college. That led us here in Texas. We're originally from Missouri. And then he got frustrated with his job. I got frustrated with my job. And we decided we wanted to build something for just us and our family. So 8 years ago, we started a little handyman business that grew into a massive handyman business. And at one point, we actually had over franchises. So that's what qualifies us. Chip also runs his own handyman business. His handyman business is under a year old, but he also has a marketing business on top of that, along with other things. That's why we're qualified to teach on the fastest growing handyman businesses and how to make yours grow. Chip actually is on page 1 of Google after being in business for less than a year. The day that changed it all. My husband and I, we're working our JOBs about 8 years ago. And my daughter was at her first softball game ever. She was like 10, 12 years old. And she was so excited, her first time up to bat. I was a mom in the stands. I'd already drank my softball wine. So I was a little bit tipsy, right, from my softball wine, because I'm not a big baseball fan. So I was sitting there watching. I have my phone up. I'm videoing my baby girl. She rounds first and then decides to steal second. She slides into second. And I heard somebody behind me go, that little girl just broke her ankle. No, she didn't. She's fine. She's going to be fine. I sat there, still recording, as my husband jumps up and runs out on the field. And I thought, oh, she's going to be embarrassed that he ran out on the field. And then I realized she wasn't getting back up. That little girl did break her ankle. We were in rural Texas. And in rural Texas, there is no ambulances at softball games. So we were about 25, 30 minutes from the closest hospital. Just bought a new truck. Mom's half lit. Baby girl's foot's broken. There was no first aid. They used PVC pipe to secure her ankle so it wouldn't move on the way to the hospital. My other 2 kids wouldn't fit in the truck with her in the back seat. So we had strangers take them home. They were fine, by the way. We went to the hospital, found out that she broke her foot at the growth plate. And the next morning, they couldn't pop it back into that evening in the hospital. So what she did was had to stay overnight, and they scheduled her for surgery the next morning. So I decided to call into work because my daughter was having surgery. My husband called in also. So called into work. My boss goes, hey, did you get those notes from yesterday put in? And I said, no, I was planning on it today, but my daughter, she broke her ankle and I'm not going to be in. And she goes, well, what's she doing? And I said, she's getting ready to go to surgery. And she said, well, you have a couple of hours. Why don't you just go ahead and put those notes in? Hung up the phone, talked with my husband, and decided that was the last day anybody was going to ever tell me what to do with my job. A month later, my husband left his job. 3 months later, I left my job for this little handyman business. So we have control of our lives. What I want to accomplish is show you how we built a handyman empire with using social media. And we were able to leave our jobs very quickly and replace our incomes. Now, since then, there's been ups and downs. but we're going to teach you the things not to do because we've made those stupid mistakes on marketing. So we're going to teach you how to get more customer leads than you can handle in your handyman business from Facebook. And we're going to teach you how to have a successful and profitable handyman business by getting all those leads that only come to you. Now, it costs a lot of money for qualified leads. Qualified is a questionable word when it comes to Home Advisor, Thumbtack, Angie's List, and House. It costs a lot of money. Plus, those go out to all of your competitors on social media when they are paying through Angie's List and Thumbtack and all of that fun stuff. So we're going to teach you how to get leads that only come to you. Now, I spent over $250,000 in 1 year to get 1.25 million in business, and most of that was wasted money before social media. I learned Facebook and how to utilize this program to grow my business and to make money. What are you going to encounter? Facebook does spank people. Facebook does put people in Facebook jail. That stupid tax that I paid for marketing, giving people entire salaries that didn't know what they were doing, and you will get social media haters. Now, we actually grew our handyman business in 2020 through a global pandemic by advertising on social media. And now, how do you grow this massive following on Facebook? After 7 or 8 years, I discovered the hard way, but I'm going to teach you the simple and free way to grow your Facebook following and get more customers. Did you hear what I said? I said the F word. It's free. It's just going to take you a little bit of time. Now, if you're on here, you probably have more time than you have money as a handyman business owner. So grow this massive Facebook following and get more customers. I know you've probably been struggling and you've tried to pay Thumbtack, you've tried to pay Payworks, you've tried Home Advisor and Angie's List. Now here's a couple of case studies. I have done it myself, and I've also interviewed other business owners. The average lead for a handyman estimate to come in off of Home Advisor is $330. Thumbtack's pretty cheap. Angie's List, $600. Here's a fact most people don't know. Angie's List and Home Advisor are owned by the same people. Home Advisor actually bought Angie out a couple of years ago, and there's a class action suit. House, $75. There's also porch and Yelp. So your upfront cost to get the lead before you even talk to the customer could be from $15 to $600. And on average, you're wasting about 60 minutes a day chasing those leads that don't come to you. They usually go to the lowest cost person, and that is not you if you're on here. I'm going to show you how to grow this massive following. So the 3 secrets. Secret number 1, you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on getting leads. Secret number 2, you can run everything from your stinking cell phone. And secret number 3, McMarketing. We're going to go over all of these in the 7-day and 7 and 7 challenge. Secret number 1, you don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars on marketing and leads for your handyman business. Do you ever feel like those leads that are coming in are a money pit? Do you remember that show from the 80s? Yes, I'm dating myself. Where you just keep throwing money at the leads and they keep sucking. 1 year, I paid Angie from Angie's List over $25,000. I gave her a bunch of money. I didn't even get a thank you card from her. Step 1, your Facebook business page is a place where you can get more customers, create raving fans and followers, and utilize all those free tools from Facebook. Thanks, Facebook. And you're also going to know how to target your niche market. My total investment to learn all of this was $75 to $100K over the last 7 years. Some results. I've been able to help Kim. Chip and Christy have taught them to triple my business on Facebook. Yes, triple. This is Sammy. Chip and Christy have taught me how to get out of my comfort zone and market my business and get more business. Who this works for is handyman businesses, maid businesses, contractors businesses, HVAC businesses. I've helped CBD companies. I help people with paddleboard companies, people that rent out boats for a living, people that sell supplements. Insurance business, realtors businesses. It works for all type of service-based businesses. You don't have to spend tons of money in 2021 to get customers and create this massive following and grow your business. You'll get 7 new customers in 7 days when you jump on the 7 and 7 challenge. Facebook business page is a perfect place to go after your ideal clients. And most people don't know that. They throw their stuff up on Google, they throw it up on the phone book, internet sites, they throw it up all over, but they have no clue how to get to their ideal clients on Facebook. You want to also get to people that can afford your services. Instead of nickel and diming you to death, you can get qualified customers who go to only you and only buy from you. So you don't need to spend thousands. You don't have to take out bank loans, venture capital, additional employees, or additional business partners to take you to the next level of your business. Step number 2, you can do it all from your stinking phone. You can build this massive following on Facebook from your phone. And step number 3 is McModeling. Yes, you can do it from your phone, and you don't have to be tech savvy. Last week, I had to call my millennial daughter to see how to remove a background from a photo, and I was able to do it from my phone. It's simple to McMarket after other people. 10 things I wish I knew before I started my handyman business. We're going to just talk about one. I thought marketing companies, I thought marketing agencies, TV stations, radio stations, newspapers, phone books, magazine people knew more about marketing in my business than I did. I spent over $127,678 on marketing in a year. So that was 3 or 4 full-time salaries to people. Whereas if I would have done that on my Facebook business page, it would have changed my life totally. So that Facebook business page is so important. You've got to know who your target market is. And if you go, well, Christy, it's everyone. No, it's not. Everyone can't afford your services. You can't compete with Amazon and Starbucks. You've got to know your customers better than they know themselves. And I'm going to teach you how to do that, growing a massive following on Facebook. I've used TV, radio, billboards, magazines, and I was unhappy with every one of those results. There is a new way. There is a 7 and 7 challenge. Here's some results. Chip and Christy give so much value in McMarketing 101, which that's the old name of the 7 and 7 challenge. They help business owners. They care about business owners and taking them to the next level and able to make money instead of giving it away to marketers that have never run their own business. You don't have to spend money to make money. That's right. He's also learning how to market his business on Facebook. You can build a massive following on Facebook for free. So who here thinks 7 in 7 days is awesome and is ready to sign up? Now you can build this massive following on your phone, but let's go on to McModeling. How to model ethically after those who have done it before. This ad right here, I saw something similar to it on Tony Robbins' site, and I just modeled after him. My message is totally different. My picture is very different, but I modeled the font, the verbiage, the pictures after what he'd done. So you can model after other people and be very successful. Outsourcing your marketing as a handyman business is like outsourcing your sex life. It's absolutely no fun. You have to be in control of what your message for your business is. Step number 1, that business page. Step 2 is that target market. Step 3 is knowing your target market. Step 4, market to those target market customers on Facebook, and the money will come. Some results, Kim tripled her business in the first month. You can do it all from your phone. Marketing used to be hard, but not anymore. It's so simple. It's at our fingertips. You can make money on Facebook. So I told you the 3 secrets how to do the 7 and 7 is you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands on leads. You can run everything from your phone. You can make model after other people. Just get started in the 7 and 7 day challenge to build this massive following. Now, if all I did for you was for you to spend $1 on marketing and $2 came back, wouldn't it be worth it? That's better than the stock market odds. That's better than going to Vegas or Oklahoma if you're in Texas. The 7 and 7 day challenge. You don't have to be poor as a business owner in 2021. The average handyman business makes under $30,000 a year. All you have to do is build this massive following on Facebook. It's a 7 and 7 day challenge. So Chip and I we're going through trying to help business owners to build their business. And we realized there was this huge hole in the market. There is nobody out there teaching handyman businesses how to get more business. Even franchises don't teach the most important part of business, which is marketing. And the second is innovation. You've also got to be innovative to market. You can't just put, this is what I have and I want to sell you out there. So that's how we created it. We noticed this big hole, and we know how lucrative a handyman business can be because we're both in it. The 7 in 7 day challenge, 7 new customers in 7 days from building a massive following on Facebook. Ray says, I now understand Facebook and how to make money from my business page. Kim tripled her business in the first month. Sammy, quit throwing money out the window on marketing that didn't work to get into business. This works for service-based business industries, but I specifically am in the handyman and maid business. This works for handyman, contractors, plumbers. Don't lose time and money by ignoring how massive Facebook's reach is. This could change your business forever. Do you have any questions yet? If you do, type them in. Don't have any? People might be wondering, when does this begin? At noon today. From noon to 1 for the next 7 days, we're going to be training on building this massive following on Facebook. How much time does it take? 1 hour a day to change your business. Is 7 hours worth getting 7 new customers? The average customer is several $100s in business. So even if it's just $500 for the new 7 customers, that's $3,500 in business that you're going to get. The 7 in 7 day challenge is usually $497. You're going to get 7 days of coaching. Sorry, my little thing went back to the beginning. Anybody can do this. You're going to get 7 days of coaching from Chip and I. You're going to learn about why I really created it. I touched on it a little bit, but I got tired of spending hundreds of thousands of dollars for people that weren't getting me the results. What our members are going to get is 7 training videos. They're going to get a step-by-step guide every day. They're going to also get 7 days of coaching and much more. You're going to be able to get rid of Home Advisor, Thumbtack, House, and Angie's List. I haven't used them for years because they stink. They're dead. Traditional marketing is dead. You'll be able to get rid of those and save thousands of dollars a month, maybe tens of thousands of dollars a month. The 7 in 7 day challenge. It doesn't cost anything to get started. Your Facebook business page doesn't have to cost you money. It will actually make you money. Don't worry. You can make money on Facebook from your Facebook business page. Some people might be thinking it takes too much time. Really, all that time that you're wasting by going to networking meetings, all that time that you're wasting on Zoom calls, all that time that you're wasting with chasing down leads that never pan out. It just takes too much time not to do it. You're going to do it in less than an hour a day. What you're going to get is the 7 in 7 challenge and training videos, 7 days of coaching. That's a total value of $1,497. The next thing you're going to need is a niche market. We're going to teach you how to get your niche market in the 7 in 7 challenge. You don't have to go bankrupt like I did to build a 7-figure or 6-figure business. Max and I did it with the 7 in 7 day challenge. You're going to get 7 days of coaching, 7 videos. You're going to be able to find your target market. It's priceless. Plus, you get to be in our Facebook community. You can do it. Why is this so easy? Because you can't rely on anybody else these days. You got to do it yourself. hiring out your marketing is like hiring out your sex life. It's absolutely no fun. You need to do it now. It's a total of $1,497 value you can do from your phone. The next thing you need to do is say, I'm in. Message me, I'm in, and I will make sure that you get the information to get started. You won't have to worry about where the next customer comes from. You'll be one of the handyman that's booked up for months. You don't have to do guest marketing anymore. You're not going to have to spend hundreds of thousands on media. Every dollar I put into Facebook, I get $32.50 back. There's no upfront cost. This is going to save you time. It's going to save you years worth of time, because Chip and I are going to teach you what we know. It does not take too much time. It just takes 1 hour. This is my favorite quote. Outsourcing your marketing is like outsourcing your sex life. That is absolutely no fun, and you're going to hear me say it a lot. I'm pretty sure I stole it from somebody else. I modeled it. I'm sorry. But it is the 7 in 7 day challenge. It starts at noon today. You're going to get a $1,497 value, not have sleepless nights anymore, because you're going to have customers coming in all of the time. It's so easy. It doesn't take 15 years to become an overnight success. You can be an overnight success with the 7 in 7 challenge by McModeling, using your cell phone, and not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. If all I did was finally get your Facebook business page producing high quality leads, would it be worth it? If I helped you market your handyman business without spending hundreds or thousands of dollars, wouldn't it be worth it? If I gave you the ability to get 7 new customers in 7 days and then repeat by the end of the year, wouldn't it be worth it? Now I had 2 choices. I could offer it to all handyman businesses and charge thousands, or I could offer it to a handyman business and charge nothing. All I did was get you 7 customers in 7 days. Wouldn't it be worth it? The average handyman job is $725. 7 new jobs in a month's period of time is $5,075. More money in the pocket. Wouldn't it be worth it if I did charge $14.97? Because you could do that every month with the 7 in 7 challenge. Now there is a true cost. It's time. You're going to have to take that time and the hour a day and then put to action that imperfect action, because whatever you do, it's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. There isn't a true cost. It is time that you're going to need to put into this. It's super simple, but it's time. It's usually $1,497. You can see why it's a good deal at $1,497. But because you're on this webinar today, I'm going to give you the 7 in 7 challenge for free. All you have to do is type in the chat, I'm in. And I'll make sure that at noon today, you're going to have everything that you need to get started. There is no cost. You're getting it for free. In 32 minutes, our training begins with the 7 in 7 challenge. Now you've got 2 choices. You can do nothing, keep spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on leads that come in from those lead generators that make their money from the small business owner, not from customers that don't work. Or you can get started and get the 7 in 7 challenge. I guarantee if you take imperfect action, you're going to get 7 new customers, 7 new clients in 7 days by building a massive following on Facebook. The real question is, are you ready? Are you in? Type in the chat, I'm in. Let me see who's I'm in. Allison is in. Jeremiah is in. Michael is in. Welcome. The 7 in 7 day challenge begins at noon today. You're going to get 7 days of coaching, 7 days of videos and training. You're going to get your finding your target market. You're going to get a guide. It is a $1,497 value. Available only to the first 500 people for free. It is priceless what you're going to get. You've typed, I'm in, and I've gotten it from you guys. I'm going to make sure you guys get everything, and it gets started at noon today. So at 31 minutes, make sure and get started. And I'm going to make sure that the people that have signed up on this webinar are on there. Now, just to let you know, Max, my husband, and I started this little handyman business. And now we own several handyman and maid businesses throughout the state of Texas. We use McMarketing every day. And all three of my kids are now in college. So we've been able to rebound and make an amazing life by knowing how to market on our Facebook page. I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. I'm going to stop the live screen. And if you guys have any questions